Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm finally gonna be getting back to continuing my reactions to Generator Rex, with Season 1, Episode 9, Dark Passage, and Episode 10, The Forgotten. I guess also before we get into the reaction, I do need to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon and my Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to a specific tier I've created for it, you get access to all of my full-length reactions. And yeah, I think that's all of the things I had to say. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Starting off with episode 9 in 3, 2, 1.
The time has come to see what you created.
Is that a nanite bomb? Yep, it is. The end is the beginning. Man, I'm excited to be back. Man, why aren't the cops better prepared to deal with this shit? You would think at this point they would have like crazy ass weapons like Providence. The kind of Providence that Providence has. Also, is it me, or does that Evo look a lot like one of Ben 10's transformations? Which, by the way, the show that I'm going to be reacting to after this one is going to be Ben 10. It's refreshing to be back. Man, I don't know if that's the theme for Van Kleiss's character, but it really does sound badass, and I feel like I've heard it a couple of times. The fuck?
Continue ahead. Our newest member of the pack seems to be working out well, wouldn't you agree? You should have stayed in Abyssus, Master. Even with this suit and sword.
Are you jealous because he's also looks like a wolf?
This is no ordinary errand by a wolf. An old friend has just announced his return.
Man, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but a lot of these Evos also look like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, especially Biowolf.
Anytime, anywhere.
It makes me want to fucking watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is something that I'm gonna do on the channel. I'm gonna be watching through all of the dubs. No exceptions. No matter how bad they might get at times.
Listen, Rex. This mission, I need to make sure your head is in the game.
What are you talking about?
Answers about your past, and whether or not this Rylander has them.
Whatever. You know, if he does, he does.
Man,
if he doesn't, no big deal.
6? How the fuck did you figure that out?
Sometimes knowing the truth can be worse than not knowing at all.
Jesus. Of course, the extra is dead. Yep, he's dead. He's straight up dead. And nobody reacts. I love it when cartoons don't even acknowledge death. I mean, I guess they do it so they can actually get away with it, because if they actually treated it with the weight that it deserves, they wouldn't be able to do it, you know? Oh shit! You're dead!
It's fortunate there are other ways to sustain me.
Damn, you're evil. Fuck you, Biowolf! Such a petty bitch you are.
You've been quiet.
Alright, I've been thinking about it, okay? This Dr. Rylander may finally be proof I'm not alone in this world.
And if it's not,
what do you mean you're not alone in this
don't
world?
want you to be disappointed.
Just because you don't know who your parents are doesn't mean you're alone.
6 to White.
What's your status? Have you found the location?
Affirmative. but it seems we've been beaten to the punch.
And I can understand wanting to find out who your parents are, but
Kalen, you have a go.
I don't know, I don't think it should be like... I don't see why you think it should be your life goal or you're so adamant about it.
Your eyes deceive
That is
you,
definitely
Miles.
his goddamn team, though. I'm sure of it now. I really like it, though.
You should have been aiming at
And that's Rex's team.
Providence at last. Traveling light, I see.
Oh, we're just here to find the place. They're here to secure it.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Don't move or I'll drop you.
I mean, he does look a little bit like him, actually.
Is that you?
You know my name.
Of course I do. I gave it to you.
What?
I can't believe you're alive. What a stroke of luck.
Dad?
You've lost your memory, haven't you? Not surprising, considering what you've been through. Oh, yes. Well, sorry to disappoint you, Rex. I'm afraid I'm not who you want me to be.
Oh, okay. So, if you're not my dad, do you know where he is?
So, who are you, his uncle?
Islander's a goofy name anyway.
Come quickly. We don't have much time. You had an accident. The nanites were your only hope. It was a tremendous gamble. The unexpected side effects came later. It was a surprise to all of us. Oh, the look on your brother's face.
Brother?
When the event occurred, it was your powers that saved you both. Most of the others, they weren't so lucky.
I'm not alone.
Oh,
Yes,
here, I
you're
have
not.
something for you.
Ow!
Is that what I think it is? I think I remember what that is. But I thought that was in him in the first place, but apparently not. Oh, I know what's gonna be the thumbnail for this video. Or maybe not, because even though it looks cool, I want a shot that is more representative of what the episode is actually about. Man, this show is so fucking American. It's boom, 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 bow! Explosions here, there, boom, boom. It's so crazy. It's so action-packed. I mean, it is created by Men of Action. They should make more goddamn cartoons, man. They're so good at it. Ben 10, this.
The force field must be failing.
Forget the force field. What did you just inject me with?
Everything.
Enough, okay? Do you have any idea what it's been like? Not knowing who I am? If my family's dead or alive? Quit with the rambling mad scientist act and give me some answers!
Forgive me, Rex. I've been so consumed with my own guilt I didn't consider what you must be going through. The truth is...
Truth, Doctor?
No!
Nor the first
Are you
thing
kidding me?
about it. Nor loyalty, for that matter. How many times must I tell you this, Rex? The answers you so desperately seek lie with me. And as for you, Doctor,
You
consider our
piece
past
of
disagreement
shit, man.
settled. I look forward to
You
continuing
just
our
didn't want that thing that you were able to hold over Rex to be taken away.
This was unavoidable, Rex. The longer
You're a
you
piece of
resist
shit.
me, the more people get hurt.
Murder him. Hell yeah! Do it again! You won't be able to clap anymore. Jesus.
Islander has always been on borrowed time. All of this belongs to me now. Destroy me, and you lose everything.
Do it anyway, Rex. What the hell? Wait, what happened?
Rex, where
Long story.
Van Cloyce.
I doubt that they're dead, at least for Van Clyce's case. Before we get into my thoughts on this episode, I do want to just comment on the fact about how much easier it has gotten reacting to cartoons now that I've started reacting to movies and live action TV shows. Because in the case of both of those things, they're like 2 or 3 times longer than your typical episode of the cartoons that I react to. And before, like, I used to feel like it was such a chore sometimes to react to some of the episodes because they take so long and I want to react to so many because I want to get to certain parts of the seasons or whatever. But now that I've reacted to monumentally longer episodes of TV shows and movies, it just feels so much easier. Like, this feels like nothing now in comparison. Like, we barely spend any time with this. And that kind of feels like both a good and a bad thing. A good thing because it's less of a chore for me to react to more episodes, but a bad thing because I feel like I don't really feel the impact. Like, it feels like time flies too fast. But yeah, getting back to specifically how I feel about this episode, this was actually surprisingly enjoyable episode. I think it was actually also a really good episode to get back into the show with, because I feel like the last 2 episodes, from what I remember, were kind of fillerish, or at least they weren't as exciting as this one in terms of developing the long-term plot and long-term character development as this episode was. So I definitely enjoyed this episode because of that more. It had some really cool actions, some really cool music, some really cool character moments. I like seeing, I forgot her name, but the doctor who is part of the team. Like, I liked seeing her in the field as well. But yeah, it does feel a little bit too short though. But I did like it, and it's so weird to me the vibe that this show gives me, and at least what I associate it with. And I think I mentioned this in one of my previous reactions. I think it was to like episode 6 or something. Where I think I talked about how at the time I had listened to like an audio version of a fan-made Doctor Who episode, and the vibe that I got from Generator X at the time was the exact same vibe as that. And for this episode, we're kind of getting that as well. Like, this show, for whatever reason, really feels like a cartoon version of Doctor Who. Like, it does, for whatever reason, give off a very similar vibe to that, and I kind of like it for that. I was thinking that maybe I wasn't going to be enjoying reacting to the show again that much, or at least as much as I ended up enjoying TMNT 2012 and Fullmetal Alchemist, because I had forgotten the vibe that I used to love this show for, and I thought it was just going to be kind of bland for most of the time, outside of the moments that I have nostalgia for. But no, we are definitely going to be enjoying it for the action, for the music, for the sci-fi. And I also really enjoyed learning more about the backstory about the nanite event and everything, and seeing this guy. And I genuinely thought that he might have been Rex's dad, but I guess he's not. And also, I didn't really remember from when I originally watched this show whether Rex had a brother, had a father or not, shown in the series. But I genuinely thought that maybe he was him. He was his father, because they do look alike. So I guess maybe he could be his uncle, because he also has an affection towards Rex and a care for him, so he must be close to him. Maybe we'll learn more whenever we get to meet his brother, because I do remember that about this show. But yeah, overall this was actually a decently entertaining episode, so I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10, with potentially it getting to an 8.7 out of 10, but I just don't really want to blow my load with the higher ratings right off the bat. If it is like an exceptional episode, it could be like an 8.7 out of 10, but for the most part it's safer to give it an 8.3 out of 10. But I definitely enjoyed it quite a lot. So yeah, I guess now we're gonna be getting into episode 10, The Forgotten. judging by the name, maybe we're gonna get some more things about Rex's memory. I'm pretty sure this show has a decent amount of continuity, so it would make sense for that to be the case, but I guess there's only one way to find out. So without further ado, let's get into the episode in 3, 2, 1. Is that the center of the nanite event?
Can't say I blame him. Get us over this place and on a course for home.
Well, I guess you're not going home anymore. I'm excited for this, actually. Isn't this where the crossover happens? I'm pretty sure there's one battle in the crossover that happens in this location. Why are you shocked? You tell them to go there.
Why didn't you just send me for this thing? Aren't I supposed to be your secret weapon?
Because some missions, Rex, require a little sensitivity.
I get that. Tons of it. Ask
Why
anyone.
does the voice actor for the White Knight sound familiar?
That sounds sensitive to you.
I gotta check who is it.
Where did they go down?
The bug jar.
Yeah, huh? What's a bug jar?
This used to be Kiev.
Add the chicken.
What?
If you ask me.
During the event, Earth's magnetic field funneled a massive concentration of nanites to the site. It became an instant hot zone. Mutations were off the scale. Nearly every living thing turned Evo. The worst kind.
The UN caved to public fears. Survivors evac. The city placed under a Class 5 containment field.
Even Providence isn't allowed in there. For 5 years, the bug jar has been a complete mystery.
What?
So they're genius solutions
Well,
that
what a
put them off from the rest of the
coincidence,
world?
don't you think?
Those were
I guess it was meant,
It was before
destiny meant for me to react to
You
this.
three will fly
This
over the
year.
bug jar in a suborbital shuttle.
Also, I forgot that I was checking who the White Knight's voice actor is. Because I think I know it, you know?
Come back safe.
Are you fucking kidding me? Does this guy play everybody? It's fucking J.K. Simmons. Of course it's fucking J.K. Simmons. Who else?
Containment only.
Every choice has a cost, kid.
Make it fancy. I dare you.
I knew it sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure that it was gonna be him.
I'm through! Rex, slow your descent.
Way to kill the rush. Whoa! Welcoming committee.
Man, at least in this timeline. I guess they didn't get Zelensky in this timeline. So it's a one-way kind of thing? Don't rush or anything. Don't! Well, that was your way out.
Okay, I'm done with the fun. Bobo wants to go home now.
Too late. It's at least the three biggest badasses, so I think they're gonna be fine. You know, as a kid, I always wondered why Rex doesn't use more than one of his weapons at a time. I think there's a few occasions where he does, but we're not at those yet, I guess.
This isn't right. Besides, getting our butts handed to us day. On a spit?
These Evos are using strategy. They're organized.
By whom?
With no face.
It's Zelensky!
Shots. Let him call these shots.
I think I remember that guy. He really fucking looks like a Ben 10 transformation. He's like a skinny forearms.
Providence sent a rescue party?
Yeah, to rescue that.
Well, it's your lucky day. I can do both. Rescue you.
Was that
and
fucking
back.
Carrie Payton as the black... as
He
the...
should be. He came. The one with no face.
I think that's fucking Carrie Payton, are you kidding me?
Been fighting these Evos every second since.
Cap,
It
the
sounds
others,
like him at
they dragged
least.
him off. The ship too.
Where?
We're pretty sure that's No Face's lair.
Then that's where we're going. We'll use the ship's comm link to contact Providence for an evac.
The streets are crawling with Evos.
Yeah, that's definitely him. I'm convinced
Rex,
now.
we're on point.
What?
Nice necklace.
You know what we went through to get that thing?
Good thing you have me to look after it now, huh?
Yeah. Lucky us.
I just can't get over it. Like, does everybody... does he play every character that is a black guy on fucking Cartoon Network shows?
You kept them alive.
Interesting. I like his design a lot.
Agent 6, good to see you. You too, Rex. Especially glad to see that. Right where you left it. He's crazy. This ship ain't going anywhere without engines.
I think you may have found some from our ship.
Try. Circuits are fused. To the city.
Then let's get...
Jeez! Ouch! Yeah, I can feel that this guy's gonna be a badass.
You are not the before.
I'm not sure that was a complete sentence just then.
They are the before. The before forgot us. The before left us here. Left us in pain.
You want out. I figured that part. Then what?
The shield goes away. We all are free.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
You are like us. Why do you defend them? You even wear their trinkets.
That fashion statement. Wanna see my fanny pack?
Lies. I see in your mind. The before want this. More will come for it. I will hunt them too.
Definitely not gonna happen.
And your pain will be greatest.
I really like this villain, man. He's really cool, he has a great voice. His motivation is interesting. I like it a lot.
Rex, move it out.
That's what you get for leaving the people of Ukraine in this hell. The thing is though, is there anything about this cartoon version of the city that looks remotely like the actual Kiev? I don't think so. You know, sometimes I forget how dark this show actually is because those are still people. Like they're evil. They're mutated, but they're still people.
Don't.
All other priorities secondary. Remember?
Yeah, you gotta get it back. Although this guy is pretty fucking brutal, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to. Yeah, that's a hell of a bear hug.
Rex! They come for you.
Well, do you have it?
Actually, I don't.
No, I don't have the
Put it
pictures
all
of
in a
Spider-Man,
closeout
sir.
safe. Isn't that great?
Listen carefully, Special Agent Rex. Soldiers are replaceable. Even they know that. You had specific orders.
Whoa, hold on there, Chief. I said I didn't have it.
Mission accomplished, sir.
Good job, Rex. Get your game on, bro.
Pulling that on the White Knight, you're all right.
I mean, it's not like he had a choice, though. It was either lose that or die. It was hardly a choice there. I mean, I guess he could have chosen not to engage and try to get the thing in the first place, but yeah. His orders were pretty strong, I guess. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed last episode a little bit more. I think because we actually got some backstory and development of the long-term plot and story of this show, so that was a little bit more entertaining rather than a MacGuffin episode. It was fine. There was still entertainment to be found in this episode, and I like that it was set in Kiev, of all fucking places. But it didn't really have that much substance. It was a decent action episode, but not really much besides that. There's not much to talk about outside of the really cool villain for the episode, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more of. It's too cool of a character and too cool of a location as well, and it's an important location for us to never get back to it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's just that, like I said, I feel like it doesn't really have that much substance to it. It's just okay at the end of the day. And yeah, I gave last episode an 8.3 out of 10, so I guess I'm gonna give this one an 8.1, or no, I'm gonna give it a 7.9 out of 10. But yeah, I am curious though, what did you guys think about these two episodes? And are you happy that I'm finally back reacting to this show? Because I definitely am. And I think the next couple of episodes are going to be more entertaining once I get into the groove of this show again. And I am going to try not to breeze my way through this show like I did for Full Metal Alchemist, because I feel like that was to the detriment of the quality of the reactions, because I literally watched through like 36 episodes in the span of like 4 or 5 days of reacting to it, I think. And in one day I reacted to like 16 episodes, which was kind of insane. So I'm not going to be doing that with Rex. But yeah, comment your thoughts on the episodes down below, and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 2 patrons on Patreon, Deadpool and Justin. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. If you have decided to support me, if you continue to support me such a long time, hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents, they're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair, and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!